get down to some woke talks real quick. Because I did say I wanted to get down to some woke talks real quick. Because I want to talk about this shit, bruh. Hold on, let me pull it up. There was actually multiple videos. Wait, do we start with the cousin, the Curl's cousin, or no? I want to do the women shit first. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've been seeing that way too much, bruh. I've been seeing that way too much. Hold on, let me see. What's going on? Bro, I think I'm just getting sick and tired of loser ass niggas complaining every time they see a woman, bro. It's always the same niggas talking about women in video games, bro. And that shit, I'm not gonna lie, that shit has really been bothering me. I don't know why, but it's like, bro, I'm just getting sick and tired of this tomfoolery. The cousin, yeah, the cousin we were talking about. Because I don't know, I wanted to watch a video on that, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I know a lot of people have already said a lot of shit, but I'm kind of getting sick and tired of niggas literally complaining about a woman every time they see a woman in a video game, bruh. It's actually getting annoying. It's getting to a point, and it's not even just video games, but it's like I literally saw a video of some nigga talking about I'm tired of seeing women in my space of like video games, anime, and all that shit. And it's like, my nigga, y'all do realize women make up at least a minority of a lot of these groups, bruh. Nigga, these shits never belong to you. You never own these groups ever. You never own these hobbies a day in your life, bro. Nobody owns a hobby, bro. Nobody owns a hobby, bro. Everybody's freely and glad to enjoy whatever hobby that they want to enjoy, bro. Whether if you're a man, a woman, whatever, like whatever you identify as, nigga, like it doesn't matter, bro. Why are niggas complaining so much about some a goddamn woman in a goddamn video game, bruh? And you know what? I was really thinking about this last night because I watched a couple videos on it. And I'm like, it's only crazy. They only ever complain when the woman is quote unquote ugly. But if she like got big ass titties or a big ass or some shit, now all of a sudden it's not woke. Unless if you're Laura Croft, because she has both of those and they still call her woke. So now I'm like, okay, so is it only Asian made games now? Y'all like that shit, bro? And it's like weird as hell. Couldn't imagine their mothers hearing it, but then again, those type of niggas hate their moms. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like my thing is this, all right? I feel like a lot of the like, I don't want to hate for the low hanging fruit of like niggas just complaining just to like complain, because like I feel like none of those criticisms are valid in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry, but in these types of spaces, like especially when it comes to video, like being a nerd in general, like there is just as much male nerds than there are women nerds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have different types of genres of stuff that, you know, more of the, you know, men or women like in general. But it's like, damn, like these are still all like shared spaces, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to like video games specifically, because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy how there's always been women in video games. Like, I don't understand, like, especially the main protagonists. Like, there have been this, and I'm gonna be honest, I have never seen niggas really complain about this shit until the day and age of internet, bro. Like, I don't understand, like, how the hell we got to this point where it's like every singular game that has a women protagonist in it is always woke. It's always this. It's always that. And it's kind of weird to me that y'all niggas consistently have a problem with this, but yet y'all don't ever play the game, right? Or watch the medium, or in like in the movie sense, like y'all don't never watch the movies. Y'all don't play the video games. Y'all don't read the animes or whatever. Like, y'all don't indulge in any of this shit. And it's like, and you know what's crazy? Because I just saw the TikTok. This one dude was talking about like, bro, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm not gonna buy this game. Y'all, we gotta boycott this this group because we are the ones that they need to listen to. And in order to fix this, we gotta stop buying the game. So I'm gonna stop buying the game. It's like, okay, nigga, who cares? Don't buy the game, nigga. You never was gonna buy the game. The game, like, who cares? You're not a lot of these niggas ain't true fans of none of this shit, bro. Y'all never cared to begin with. Y'all just want to be heard. Y'all just want to be heard. Y'all never cared about the shit in the first place. Why in the fuck do y'all care so much? Especially when the woman is badass as hell. I don't understand it. We care for the gameplay. I don't give the fuck if the bitch is ugly, if the hoe is fine as hell, or in between. If the gameplay fire, it's cool. In a movie or anime sense, if I fuck with the character, I fuck with the character. I don't give a fuck about how pixels look, bruh. It's not that serious, bruh. Y'all niggas have these attraction for the. Mind you, these be the same niggas that be in love with little children, by the way. If we're really gonna call a spade a spade, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to agree with Ayo here because especially in the anime space, I have seen a lot of it with certain creators, right? I've seen it with certain people where it's like the same people that be complaining about some middle-aged women in a video game be the same ones ready to die on a hill about little children in a game or in an anime. And I will say that's where the anime glaze kind of needs to, what I'm saying? We got to kind of stop that, bro, because y'all be the same niggas defending them little ass girls, but y'all be complaining about a middle-aged woman. It's kind of crazy to me. We know what type of things y'all want to see, bro. They only complain if the woman isn't white or Asian with big boobs and attractive European standards. That's not even the case anymore because they've been complaining about Lara Croft. She's a white woman with very thick on all sides, and they hate her too now, apparently. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's this game called Stellar Blade where they have the main protagonist as a woman and she's just like obviously overly sexualized, and y'all okay with that. But then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I think the reason why they like these characters is because I feel like a lot, especially for men, I feel like they like to have that fantasy of like a woman that they can't get with, so they'll just do it through game. And that's their ideal standard. And most of the times it's like, and then the reason why they're okay with playing with men is because if we're going to be real, they like men. If it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like some of them like men, but some of them, they're probably like, I could see myself as this guy. But then yet they'd be the same people complaining about diversity though. That's even more crazy. Like how niggas gonna be complaining? Cause a nigga did say that. He said, I can't really see myself. I can't relate to a woman protagonist. But it's like, okay, well, but it'd be the same niggas complaining about not being able to seeing a black person in a video game. Y'all be the same niggas still complaining about representation on all different types of sides. Like that's kind of insane to me, and I never got that. You say if you don't look or sound like a little white child, you're not attractive or useful as a woman. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's like, people want to talk about double standards, but it's like y'all niggas be the most one complaining about shit. I'm sorry, bro. I want to see some sexy women or just women period in video games, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to play as a woman. That's why you think I always play as a woman in a video game, nigga? Because I want to, like, bro. They usually have the most cool designs. You know what I'm saying? They usually the ones that have like the cool features, or they have like, you know what I'm saying? They have good gameplay mechanics. Like, I'm just being honest. They usually tend to be the woman shits, bro. But it's like, it's kind of crazy to see that these niggas always, for some reason, complaining about anybody else. But when it comes to them, if it's not a child, or it's not a very overly sexualized, super conventional ass woman, then it's woke in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, bro, you can't sit up here and tell me that you have to think about this 24 hours a day where you are unable to play a game that has pretty much everything that you probably are. A human, even if the main character is a human, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all be dying on the hill for a lot of them furry characters too, because they got big titties and big asses. No disrespect to the furries, but it's like kind of crazy how if you just get a game with just a regular schmegular human and it just so happens to be a woman, now all of a sudden it's a problem. in anime. You got an anime character. They not conventionally attractive and they got some type of dark skin. All of a sudden it's a problem. They not black now. They are just a dark skinned Asian person with dreadlocks. That makes total sense, right? It's crazy that y'all don't want to allow this, bros. But it's like, nigga, this been existing since the dawn of time, bro. You was talking to your homegirl about this too, and the raising conversation has boosted since quarantine for real. This is also in general. Yeah, and like I said, the reason why I'm talking about it, cause like, mind you, cause I love video games, I love anime, but this is more than those mediums. Obviously, this is more of a like I said, it's a general thing in the totality of things. But to dial it down, just seeing it in these spaces where I never heard these talking points to this degree, and now all of a sudden people are just comfortable just saying this shit and actually ruining the quality of these mediums that I love, especially when it comes to like anime, video games, and movies and shows in general. Like, bro, you can't sit up here and tell me niggas complain about a person of color being in any role because they feel like they're getting taken away from, or like they're being replaced. It's like, nigga, you're not being replaced. Nobody's replacing you. How do the majority replace the minority? How does that make sense? How does more people replace how do you replace more people with less people? The math ain't mathing. It doesn't matter. I'm confused on that. Like, you can have both, bruh. Niggas just want to see representation, but y'all said we don't want to see a black person and we don't want to see representation in this shit. We don't like seeing women. We don't like seeing people of color in this shit. But then when you feel like you're getting replaced, now all of a sudden, well, I can't relate to this character. She's a woman. Oh, I can't relate to this character. Oh, he's black. I can't relate. But y'all be like, oh, but it's okay. Y'all get mad when niggas want to race swap and all that shit. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. You said niggas are saying blackwashing is worse than whitewashing. You can't blackwash anything. That's the craziest part. You literally can't. Like, you can't blackwash nothing. You can't erase men that have already existed already in the video game space with like, bro, you can't do that. They already exist, nigga. You can't erase them. Y'all love trying to erase everybody else's history, but y'all own. That's the crazy part. And niggas don't even be complaining. That's the craziest part. You ain't never seen niggas really complain about y'all constantly trying to erase our history for real. We'll be knowledgeable about that. But dead ass, like on some real shit, niggas just be on their own shit. They relate to little white girls though. Yeah, apparently they can relate to little white girls or whatever. But it's like, anytime a person of color in any of these mediums, in any of these spaces, it's a problem. Anytime it's a woman or it's somebody LGBTQ, it's woke. Even if they already established in the story beforehand, even if they were already a character, even if they like have a good story or whatever, it's always DEI this, woke this, that, and the third, and y'all butchered those words anyway. And it's like, y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. And it's like, I'm really starting to realize this whole world is just like, nobody knows what they want. Nobody knows what they're fighting for, bruh. Nobody has a clear distinction on like what we really like, what's really the real problems going on here, bro. You got niggas like that fucking one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. It starts with a he loves gold a lot, bro. This nigga always be saying some dumb shit, bro. A lot of these creators, especially, they be saying some dumb shit, bro. And they're only saying it to get money. They're not even saying it to actually raise an issue. They saying that shit just to get money, bro. Get engagement on TikTok and Twitter, bro. Y'all niggas cornballs, bro. I promise you. Y'all niggas cornballs, bro. Cause they be the same ones that don't be doing that, bro. Like, come on, bro. He said, God forbid they have a disability too. Hey, man. What time is it? It's game time type shit. Wait, Yo, Yo, I almost read that with full confidence, bro. I'm gonna call you Dill. I'm not calling you that, bro. What's up, Dill? What's up with you, Dill? That's insane. That is a crazy name, bro. Oh, bro, Dill Pickle, bro. But damn, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I'm just gonna say, bro. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of loser activity going on, bro. If you are a person who is complaining about a woman being in a video game, you're a loser. Sorry. There's plenty of women I can name video game characters that are fire as hell, and I don't understand why you would not want to play as them. Bayonetta being one of them. I'm sorry, I don't understand it. I don't know how you can't play a woman named Bayonetta, bro. That just don't make no sense to me, bro. I just really don't understand that, bro. In the anime space, if you complain about black people being in anime, you're also a weirdo. You also, you know what I'm saying? You also are just a weirdo, bro. Like, if you complain about women or people of color in any of these spaces, you're just a lame ass loser to me, and I don't care, bro. You're just a loser ass nigga. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care about anything any opinion you have at all whatsoever when it comes to that type of shit, bro. I really don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear from no nigga talking about you know what I'm saying, about any protagonist or anything like that, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. You just a lame ass crody, and you don't actually like the medium. You just want to be heard. And I feel like a lot of these niggas just want to be heard, bro. A lot of these niggas just want to be heard, bro. Wait, that's a bar. If you don't like the news, change the channel. That's a bar right there. I fuck with that one. And I agree. If you don't like that shit, then you know, 82 and Negroid. Bro, I'm trying to get on some topics, bro. Y'all niggas on some 82 and 0, bro. I'm not trying to hear that right now, bro. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be in there in a little bit, bro. I just had to get that off my chest, bro, because that shit is just, I've just been seeing it so much, and it's like, it's really getting to a point where it's just actually annoying. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, I've been seeing it so much lately. It's actually annoying, bro. It's actually annoying, and I had to just, it just had to be said, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I can't. I'm just tired of niggas being so lame, bro. Like, we really, like, niggas be saying that other people are ruining experiences. No, y'all niggas are ruining our experiences, bro. Because I swear to God, these were not super complaints back in the day. Now all of a sudden, these are just complaints on Twitter and TikTok of niggas saying it's the most stupidest shit. A lot of these niggas ain't really fans of the medium. They're not fans of the medium. They never have been. People are just trying to make a quick buck off of just rage baiting shit, and it's getting annoying. It's getting annoying, bro. It's actually getting annoying, bro. And I'm not even like, that shit's really annoying, bro. Because nobody gives a shit this bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really hated something late, nigga, you would just move on with your day. Let's be real. You just move on. You just move on. Like, you wouldn't care. Like let's be real. If you really hated this shit so much, you would just move on and not even mention it. That's the best way you get through that, bro. Social media really got more ridiculous after COVID, and it's just really showing, bro. It's like, bro, everybody and their mama got an opinion about something, and even if you're wrong, it's better just to double down on it than actually realize, like, you are just wrong, bro. Nobody never can't have nuance in their in conversations anymore. They like, it's like, if you're wrong, you gotta double down on it. You just gotta engage in rage bait, like, for money, bro. Like, you're not even, and you don't even really believe in these points anyway. You're just saying this shit just to get clicks, and that promotes even worse shit, because then the people who actually do believe this shit are like, yeah, I fuck with that, I believe it with that shit, bro. Rage baiting is a sin. You said the same shit they complain about wouldn't have been issue 10 and 15 years ago. I mean, and that's true. And even if it was an issue, we didn't have to see it. Cause they like niggas was in there, niggas had to go outside to talk about that, or they had to literally make a video on it or some shit. Now you can just tweet from your phone or make a little TikTok video, and it's like you and everybody has like a fucking. You know what's even more crazy? A lot of people have developed this. Crazy ego, like main character syndrome. I've noticed that a lot. Everybody and their mama is either a main character or they are a drone. There's no middle between anything. Either niggas think they're the main character, or they are just like a sheep and just echo and parrot everything they see their favorite creator do. There's no like balance or between that type shit. It's a mental illness. No accountability wants to be taken. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Literally just echoing racist and misogyny talking points, even when they don't believe it, because they get money. That's why it's called grifting. That's why it's called grifting. Grifting makes you money, bro. Grifting makes you money. And normally I wouldn't really be talking about shit like that, but it's like, it's getting to a point where it's like, I'm seeing it so much. It's like, nigga, somebody gotta say it, bro. Cause it's like, and like I said, I have to point back to, the whole cosplay shit thing. You know, when black people want to cosplay, when they want to cosplay as somebody, when people want to cosplay as a character and a black person gets literally hit with the most racist shit of all time by niggas who don't even watch the anime. They just see a black person minding their business. Now all of a sudden they make a tweet and now it's just, you know what I mean? It's just the topic of conversation. And you know what's even worse? The thing is, when people speak on these issues, people don't want to listen unless if it's literally the opposition. Y'all really ever notice that? Because bro, if somebody that don't look like you talk about the topics that affect you, it usually gets more eyes on it. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part to me. If you don't look like the person you were talking about, more eyes will be on you than the person who actually has the issue. You know, that like, and it's like I said, I have no problem with that, but it's kind of crazy that, you know, somebody that doesn't look like you has to speak up for you, for these problems, for people to take it serious. And I'm not gonna say what kind of person that gotta be, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what type of person that has to be. Y'all can come up with that. Y'all can come up with that on your own shit. But I'm just saying, like, and it's like, I'm not trying to be that type of guy, but it's literally true, bro. If I was to say this shit, not a single nigga is gonna really care for real. Just gotta shut up and dribble. But if a certain Yakubian say something, then they gonna listen, bro. And it sucks, but it's like, that's literally the world we listen to, bro. I mean, that's really the world that we live in, bro. And it's sad. Bro. You know what I mean? Curse Dr. Yakub. Yeah, man. That man's effects really, he really affected a nigga, bro. True facts. You're on a speaker. Why do you, don't say nothing crazy. Gianni 18 has a pimple on his back that's gonna form into a sausage and take over his body, and then he's gonna become a sausage kid. No bad. But yeah, say something crazy. That's not crazy to y'all? Anyway, but that's all I wanted to talk about, bro. I wanted to talk about that because that shit, I had to get that off my chest, bro. Because that shit's annoying. I could dive more deep into it, but then it's gonna be a conversation where it's like, I might have to say something that may not be the most friendly type shit. We weren't even considered as humans until literally 60 years ago. Like, come on, that's true. I mean, to be fair, we still not considered humans to this day. Anybody that's not the default is not considered human in most people's eyes. If I'm gonna really be honest, if you're not the default, you're not considered a human. So if you're a woman, you're not a human. If you a nigga, you're not a human. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, we were the default. Just want to keep that a butt. Niggas were the default. But now bro, it's so crazy. Niggas were the default, but now we done revert back to not being a default. Now we're the aliens. That's crazy. How'd that work? More Yakubian representation is crazy. I'm just saying, bro. It's just like, bro, it's sick and tired of this shit, bro. Getting sick and tired of this shit, bro. It's getting annoying, bro. It's getting to a point where I'm like, I can't even, you know. We will be back as the majority in 2050. I can't wait that long, bro. All I want to say is, bro, don't let these losers get their shit off, bro. Be on these niggas next, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Be on these niggas next, bro. I'm tired of seeing niggas complain about the most dumb shit that you shouldn't even really be complaining about. It's so ass. It's so ass to be complaining about shit you don't need to be complaining about. Instead of worried about the people that's on the screen, worry about how the people play on the screen. Instead of worrying about the people on your screen, worry about how they act on the screen, bruh. If they like, how is their acting really doing, bruh? Instead of worrying about the people on the screen, how about you worry about what they doing on the screen type shit, bro? Like, come on, bro. What about the storytelling? What about the gameplay? What about the acting? What about the everything else, bro? The scenery, all that other shit. Niggas sit up here worrying about the character's skin color, but yet complain about us wanting to see that set skin color there, bro. Like, come on, bro. We just want to see the skin color and see how it be portrayed through a medium, bro. We just want to see the person, another sex, do something crazy, bro. Tired of seeing a fucking straight white man all the goddamn time. And I love straight white men. You know what I'm saying? My favorite characters of all time in every medium are all white. You don't see me complaining about shit. I'm not sorry. Every character that I love is literally a straight white man. You don't see me complaining. But at the same time, damn, can somebody out there in the world have some diversity? Can the next generation have some diversity? Would love to have my kids say that they had their favorite character is somebody that looks like them that they can relate to. That'd be great, bro. That's all niggas asking for, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious. It ain't that crazy to ask for. God damn, bro. It's crazy that I can't really name a lot of characters that look like me or like represent me in any type of way, which is okay because I'm already accepted it. But it's like, damn, can at least the next generation do that shit, bro? Like, damn, bro. Come on, bro. Like, damn. I would love to have my daughter to be able to be like my favorite character or something is this person because I really see myself in them type shit. That's the whole point of the medium is y'all want to complain about escapism, but yeah, y'all won't let niggas escape. Everybody got different levels of escapism. Sometimes some nigga really wants to see themselves on a screen. I can't relate to the nigga if a motherfucker literally is white as hell, bro. Sorry. It is what it is, bro. But that's it, though. I can't hear you right now, but me and C need you to peep this. Oh my God, bro. I can't never have a conversation about shit, bro. Talking about some other shit, bro. Anyway, that was my woke talks for today. We'll talk about the cousin shit later, I guess. I had to get that shit. I had to get that shit off my chest, bro. That shit, I had to do that, bro.